While many people are still trying to understand how an electric car works, Elon Musk is already thinking about how to put one in anyone's garage. And this isn't just another wishful thinking. The production of the Tesla Model 2 has been officially confirmed, and by all indications, it will arrive in 2025 with a simply unbelievable price tag. Use $15,789. If that already sounds surprising, it's worth remembering that, with tax incentives of up to $7,500 offered in the United States, the final cost could be lower than many premium e-bikes that we see around. That's right, a Tesla car with an electric motor costing almost the price of an electric bicycle. It sounds like something from another planet, but it really is Tesla. The strategy, however, will not be focused on luxury, but rather on accessibility. Elon Musk has made it clear that the Model 2 will be the cheapest Tesla in history. And not by chance. The goal will be to attract the public that has always wanted an electric car, but never had the money for it. Just imagine an ordinary person who until yesterday thought that electric cars were for millionaires, being able to buy a new Tesla for less than $9,000 after tax credits. It is not an exaggeration to think that this could be a true revolution in the automotive sector. And the most curious thing is that the car has not even been officially revealed, but it is already becoming a hot topic everywhere. Although there is still no definitive image of the vehicle, the first signs point to a compact, economical, and simple design. No panoramic sunroof or heated seats with massage. The proposal will be different. Functionality, efficiency, and a price that moves the market. Tesla, as usual, still keeps many secrets about the look and technical details of the car, which only increases the mystery. But that is precisely what makes the story so interesting. Because, when it comes to Elon Musk, no one knows exactly what to expect. And this uncertainty usually comes with big surprises. The Model 2 has not yet been confirmed for an exact date, but its launch is expected to take place sometime in 2025. Tesla could change the game at any moment, as it has done with other models in the past. And that's why everyone is keeping an eye on this little giant that promises to shake up the automotive market. With gasoline hovering around $4 a gallon in the US, who wouldn't be willing to trade in their old car for an affordable electric one? The numbers will simply start to fall short of combustion-powered vehicles. The most interesting thing about this story will be the Model 2's target audience. It won't be technology fanatics or those who want to accelerate from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. It will be ordinary people, workers who need a car for their daily lives, parents who want to save on fuel, young people who dream of having their first vehicle. It will be a paradigm shift, a Tesla designed for the masses, and not just for those with fat bank accounts. And this, honestly, will be something new even within Tesla itself. Elon Musk has already revealed in interviews that his biggest goal will be to make electric cars accessible to everyone. And the Model 2 seems to be the first major concrete attempt in this direction. Of course, there will still be many uncertainties along the way, from production issues to actual supply at dealerships. But the mere fact that this car is on the way has industry giants scratching their heads. After all, offering an electric car for under $16,000 is not only bold, it's almost a direct provocation to the competition's popular models. If the price has already left many people speechless, the production target for the Model 2 promises to turn the entire market upside down. Elon Musk has stated that this new model could become the most produced vehicle in the history of mankind. And that's no exaggeration. The ambitious goal will be to manufacture up to 50 million units, a number that surpasses even the legendary Toyota Corolla, which took more than 50 years to reach the same mark. Tesla wants to do it in a fraction of that time, and with an electric car. Sound impossible? Maybe. But when it comes to Musk, the impossible is usually just a detail. To make this crazy goal achievable, Tesla will be betting on a technological asset that seems like something out of a science fiction movie. the 50,000-ton Giga Press. It's a colossal machine, as big as a house, that will be responsible for molding the Model 2's body practically in one go. And that's no exaggeration. It will be 8.3 times more powerful than the already impressive press used in the Model Y. With that, production will no longer be artisanal and will become almost like printing a car. The promise is that this machine will be able to produce 5 car frames in a single operation, which will drastically reduce manufacturing time and, of course, costs. This won't just be faster, it'll be smarter. While traditional automakers still assemble the parts of a car like they're building Lego, piece by piece, Tesla will try to simplify everything as much as possible. It's as if it wants to make the process of building a car as straightforward as putting together a sandwich at a fast food restaurant. But of course, not everything is perfect. If this Giga Press breaks down, it will be a huge downtime. After all, we are talking about a piece of equipment that cannot be fixed with a screwdriver. If it stops, everything stops. Production depends on the proper functioning of this monster machine. And this raises a question. Will Tesla be able to keep the machine running with the expected efficiency on such a large scale? That is where the real risk game comes in. If it works, it changes everything. If it doesn't, well, maybe only Musk will be able to afford the loss. The plan, however, will not be based solely on speed. The idea will be to drastically reduce the complexity of the assembly line. The fewer parts to assemble, the less chance of error. The less time, the less cost. This will be crucial to achieving the goal of tens of millions of units. And this simplification will not only happen on the outside. Tesla wants a model that is simple to assemble, simple to maintain, and easy to replicate, whether in the United States, Europe, or Asia. It is a global plan with the appearance of an Industrial Revolution 2.0. And while it may seem like an exaggeration, there's an interesting logic behind it. If Tesla can scale production at a pace never seen before in the industry, it could dominate the entry-level electric car market before its competitors have time to react. Popular combustion-powered cars like the Nissan Versa or Chevrolet Onix will start to look dated compared to an affordable Tesla, with software updates, a futuristic look, and no need for gasoline. And the truth is, nobody likes to be stuck in a model from the past. The big move behind the Model 2's bold production goal will be how Tesla builds the car. And here comes one of the most fascinating aspects: the single-piece, molded structure with artificial intelligence overseeing everything. Instead of assembling more than 200 structural components separately, as traditional automakers still do, Tesla plans to reduce that number to about 80 parts, fused together in a continuous process. It will be like assembling a car with fewer Lego pieces. And let's face it, the fewer the fittings, the less chance for error. The secret lies in the aluminum casting process. The metal will be melted at around 850 degrees Celsius, almost hot enough to fry any old-fashioned idea of car production. After melting, it will be filtered with almost surgical precision to eliminate any impurities before being injected into the giant molds of the Giga Press. This technique will allow the body of the Model 2 to come out practically ready, without the need to weld dozens of different parts, which is already a revolution in itself. But it doesn't stop there. Quality will be checked using high-precision X-rays, and the inspection will be carried out by artificial intelligence. Yes, that same technology that many people fear. Here it will be used to identify micro-defects that no human eye could perceive. This will ensure that each part comes out perfect, or at least close to it. AI never sleeps, never gets tired, and is extremely demanding. The result? Almost surgical efficiency in a process that used to depend heavily on the human factor. Still, not everything will be as simple as it seems. A small casting error could mean the complete scrapping of a gigantic part, which raises questions about how sustainable this innovation will be on a large scale. After all, casting an entire body and then having to throw it all away due to a minor defect is not exactly any engineer's dream. And if the AI makes a mistake, who will be responsible? The machine or the human who programmed it? These are dilemmas of the future that are already knocking on the door. Despite this, the time and cost savings will be immense. While other automakers spend hours and dozens of employees on complex assembly lines, Tesla will try to produce faster, with fewer people and fewer parts. This will be key to keeping the Model 2 within its promised price range. And with the structure being molded from a single block, the car could be lighter, safer, and even quieter. 3 advantages that any driver will notice within the first few miles. This monocoque structure will also make room for aerodynamic improvements and greater autonomy, since a leaner chassis contributes to a more efficient car. Even though it is an entry-level version, the Model 2 will have a real chance of surpassing some more expensive models in terms of energy performance. This will be a powerful asset for consumers, especially in times when every kilometer per charge matters. And a lot. Now, if anyone expects the Model 2 to bring with it the luxuries of Tesla's more expensive models, they'd better adjust their expectations. This new model will be designed to be minimalist, practical, and affordable, which means it will most likely leave out several perks that Model S or Model X owners are used to. No more heated seats on 5 levels, panoramic glass roof or doors that open by themselves, like in science fiction movies. The idea will be different, to deliver the essential Tesla experience at a price that fits in your pocket. Still, it won't be a bare-bones car. Even though it's the cheapest in the lineup, the Model 2 should come with autopilot as standard, the famous driver assistance system that has already won over thousands of fans around the world. This will include adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking. All of this will help not only with driving comfort, but also with safety, something that will certainly catch the attention of parents looking for a safe car for their children. Another feature that will be maintained is the OTA, over-the-air software update system. In other words, the Model 2 will continue to receive improvements and new features over time, without the owner having to leave home or pay a visit to the mechanic. This philosophy of the car gets better over time is one of Tesla's trademarks, and will be a huge differentiator when compared to other popular models that become obsolete in just a few years. Even the simplest elements of the interior should follow Tesla's clean and functional style. A large central display, perhaps a little smaller than the 15-inch one in the Model 3, should continue to be the brain of the car, concentrating everything: navigation, entertainment, air conditioning, vehicle functions, and much more. No more buttons scattered across the dashboard. This centralization pleases many people, especially younger people, accustomed to smartphones and digital interfaces. Access to Tesla's supercharger network will also be maintained, which will be a huge advantage for those concerned about range and charging time. While owners of other street cars still suffer from limited stations, those who own a Model 2 will be able to charge quickly and in strategically distributed locations, which makes all the difference on longer trips. While many are trying to guess what the Model 2 will look like in its final form, one thing is almost certain: it will feature a compact urban design, ideal for getting around cities. The first clues have already started circulating. A blurry image, supposedly taken inside the Fremont Gigafactory, showed a prototype that resembles a modern hatchback, with dimensions visibly smaller than those of the Model Y. Estimates indicate that it will be around 30% smaller, which would make it a perfect option for parking in tight spaces or dodging the chaotic traffic of places like New York, São Paulo, or Paris. This possible new design should follow a line between the Model Y and the Model 3, but with a more practical feel. Don't expect a long sedan with a protruding trunk or a bulky SUV. The Model 2 could have a straighter and shorter rear end, which, in addition to helping with aerodynamics, will maximize the use of interior space. The focus will be clear: to fit everything that matters inside a lean structure. And let's face it, This will be a real treat for those who live in big cities and need a car that is agile, efficient, and easy to maneuver. Americans' preference for compact crossovers will also be taken into account. Data from the U.S. Department of Transportation shows that this type of vehicle grew by 15% between 2018 and 2023, and Elon Musk doesn't usually ignore statistics like this. Therefore, the Model 2 could adopt a format that combines the best of both worlds: the practicality of a hatchback with the higher driving position of a crossover. This will please both first-time drivers and those looking for comfort in their daily lives. Furthermore, this more compact and aerodynamic design will have a direct impact on energy efficiency. The lower the vehicle's drag, the greater its range with the same charge. And in an affordable electric car, this detail will be more than welcome. The Model 2 is likely to have a competitive range, even with smaller and cheaper batteries. After all, less weight, less resistance, and less complexity form an equation that every engineer loves to solve. Another interesting factor will be urban visibility. With a smaller body and well-positioned windows, the Model 2 will be able to offer excellent peripheral vision, which is essential for parking, tight turns, and heavy traffic. And if Tesla's sensors and cameras are present from the base version, as expected, driving will be even calmer and safer. Even without luxury, the driver will be able to feel confident and in control. Many people have been getting confused, thinking that the Model 2 would be a recycled version of the Cybercab, that futuristic Tesla vehicle without a steering wheel or pedals, designed to drive itself around cities. The confusion didn't come out of nowhere. Both projects are being built on a new generation platform, more modern and flexible. But despite the structural similarities, what we know so far points to two cars with completely different identities. While the Cybercab will follow the line of full autonomy, the Model 2 will, above all, be made for the average driver, with a steering wheel, pedals, and space for luggage on the market. The Cybercab will be Tesla's test lab for its most daring assembly system to date, the so-called unboxed system, which promises to revolutionize the assembly line as we know it. However, according to internal information, this new technology is still in the development phase and should only be ready in 2026. This means that the Model 2 will not depend on this process to get off the ground, which puts its launch one step ahead in terms of schedule. It will be produced on the same conventional lines that currently manufacture the Model 3, using methods that have already been tested and approved. And that changes everything. While the Cybercab will be a futuristic bet, the Model 2 will be a down-to-earth, grounded approach that people already know and trust. This will be a smart approach. Instead of trying to reinvent everything at once, Tesla will find a middle ground, using new technology where it's safe and sticking with what works where it can't fail. This will give the Model 2 a huge competitive advantage in terms of reliability and scalability. Another important point will be the design of the vehicles themselves. The Cybercab will follow the bold aesthetic that divides opinions, very much inspired by the Cybertruck. Angular lines, futuristic, almost alien appearance. The Model 2, on the other hand, should opt for something more traditional, with features that refer to a mini Model 3. This choice will please more people, especially those who still feel uncomfortable with the radical looks of some recent electric cars. And let's face it, an entry-level car needs to win over customers with visual comfort as well. The size will be similar, yes. After all, both will be compact. But while the Cybercab will focus on 2 passengers and no human steering, the Model 2 will be an everyday car with 4 or 5 seats, conventional doors, and the good old steering wheel. This difference in purpose will also influence the interior, which in the Model 2 will follow the minimalist philosophy, but with space designed for families, couples, young people, and even app drivers. The Cybercab, on the other hand, will be something like a taxi of the future, with an interior optimized for fast transport and no interaction with the driver. While the Model 2 is paving the way for a more affordable future, Tesla is already exploring another unexplored space: electric vehicles for families and larger groups. Although Tesla already has the Model X as its most spacious car, its high price and somewhat dated design have turned many buyers away. And the Model Y, even with its optional third row, doesn't provide the necessary comfort for those who really need functional space. Elon Musk seems to know this, and has been dropping hints that Tesla may be developing something completely new and more versatile. One of the first indications came during the We Robot event in October 2024, when Tesla presented a concept called Robo-Van. The idea, still in its early stages, will be a vehicle focused on flexibility, interior space, and multiple uses. The proposal could serve everything from large families to ride-hailing services, urban logistics companies, or even sports teams. And although the design is not yet finalized, the idea of a Tesla with the look of a modern van has already piqued the curiosity of the public and its competitors. Unlike the Model 2, which will be all about cost-effectiveness and urban mobility, this future Tesla van could feature cutting-edge technology and longer-lasting batteries, precisely to meet the demands of long distances and heavy loads. This means that the car would have to combine comfort, energy efficiency, and the ability to carry a lot of cargo,